Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Spirit, and this is my channel. Okay, Lord, where would we be without our friends? They give us of themselves unselfishly. They stand by us in trouble and happiness. They share our laughter. They make life more colorful. Make me a good friend, ready to help, but not to interfere. Loyal, but uncritical. Open rather than exclusive. Dependable at all times. Amen. Okay, now this is one of my ancestors' country, just as Israel is. So this is Mali, West Africa. This is on the other side uh, where Asia is and Israel and all that. Mali's history includes the Mali Empire, the Atlantic slave trade, see, and French colonization. In the 1800s, now in the 1200s, King Sudiata Kita, also known as the Lion King, established the Mali Empire, which brought wealth, culture, and Islam to West Africa. The empire became very wealthy through trade and taxation, and cities like Timbuktu uh, became centers of learning and scholarship. The empire, let's see, the empire reached its peak under Mansa Musa, who is considered to be one of the wealthiest people in history. Uh, Atlantic slave trade. The Atlantic slave trade spread north into Mali. Mm, that's how I got here. And continued until the early 20th century. Mm-mm-mm. French colonization. In 1892, France began to conquer Mali, which was then called the Sudan, and officially uh, renamed it the French Sudan in 1920. French colonial rule introduced legal codes, state administration, and agricultural development projects that still impact regions today. Malians inherited most of their education system from the French, and French is still the of instruction, though English is taught in high schools. Okay. Mali gained independence from France on September the 20th, 1960, under the presidency of Modibo Keita, who chose the name Mali to symbolize historical continuity and connect with the country's past. The new country joined with Senegal to form the Mali Federation in 1959, but separated and became the Republic of Mali in September 1960. Of the most of the 19th century was characterized by French colonial expansion for Senegal in the west and by Islamic jihads, religious wars that, okay, let's see here. Okay, Mali, history, Mali, let's see, history, Mali. Okay, Mali is a landlocked country of Western Africa. Mali, which lies mostly in the Saharan and oh darn it, let's see. Mali fell under the French. Let's see, 1905. How was the Malian Empire never a real challenge? Okay, let's see. Okay, the Atlantic slave trade uh, spread north into Malian territory and did not draw to a close until hmm, the early 20th century. French colonial rule altered the political. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Oh, you know, it's history. Okay. But the biblical uh, Israelites were of the race of color, and that the biblical Abraham, Abram, was a man of color, and Shemite, a descendant of Shem. Abraham was the father of both Hebrew Israelite and Arab nations. The Shemites uh, of color intermarried with the Hamites of color. Okay, the, the Shemites of color. They intermarried those two branches, Hemites and Shemites. Okay, Arabia was originally inhabited by the Ethiopians. Ethiopians, yeah. Also known, yeah, Cushites, also known as Cushites, prior to the progenitors of the Arabs. Many of today's Arabs are not, of course, due to the introduction of in European slavery. The story of King Solomon of Jerusalem and the Queen Sheba, known as Makeda by the Ethiop- Ethiopians, points to the origins of the present Jews of color of Ethiopia, known as the Colossus. The Colossus came claimed descent from the child of King Solomon and Queen Sheba. Merilech one. The queen returned to Sheba, which was part of the Ethiopian uh, empire, with Menelik the first. Later, Menelik was sent to his father and in Jerusalem to be educated, where, where he accepted the name of David. The Jews who returned to Ethiopia with Menelik the first are claimed to be the ancestors of the Colossus, the Ethiopian emperor. Haile Selassie was also believed to be a descendant of Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. The also that also describes the origins of Christianity and Islam, which are the offsprings of Judaism to Christianity and Islam as the daughters of Judaism. Okay, so I'll stop there because it's a lot. N- Next time, I will start with the, the, the Jewish history and how I got here. Okay, so I'm going to close my and I will give you something personal about me. I, I don't know how to swim. I've been meaning to teach myself, uh, and I will. That'll be one of my bucket list things. But I want to learn how to swim. So that's one of the personal things uh, about me. So I will say good night to everybody, and thank you for supporting me, and take care of yourself and each other. And please share and pass this information on. I would appreciate it. And thank you all for my support. Namaste. Take care of yourself and each other.